all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, now they play my line. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, now they play my line. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
They're running it. Check. Lucky.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
He's coming.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 59. Mike is 59. Go ahead.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
That being said, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his man. This is Dodson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go! Let's go!
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lock. Flush to his right. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lock. His throw incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Sam, let's go.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Anthony Harris on to tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Go!
To the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run them down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run.
They run with Abdullah. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
They try the right side with Abdullah. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Amir Abdullah hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They fake the handoff, now Locke. This is the tight end Fant. 11 yards there, 1st down. Fant, the 1st-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, 2nd tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant, he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Block off of play action. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, Locke is going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next the score, Vikings 10, Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Cousins. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ready? Mike 47.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Mike 47. Mike 50.
Cousins a handoff. This is P-Ryan. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hey, Wood.
Now a play fake, and here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Jones on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a carry for P-Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd down at the 11-yard line.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, they'll duel him. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 8.
The tackle made by Kareem Jackson brings up 3rd down.
Check, 59. Hey.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Eckler. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check, 47. Let's go. Good route kick.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First down, Broncos.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Leo, snap.
They toss to Freeman. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. They'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play as an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. Cousins gives this to Pirine. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The first throw for the backup Osweiler. And they'll find Isabella. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Osweiler. Open man, Butler complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Hakeem Butler with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
it now with Pumphrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Here's Pirine. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
18. That's another Vikings 1st down.
I bring up 48.
1st down and Golden Goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run with Pumphrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Samaje Pirine, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Once more, here's Eckler. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. And that's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
Ready? Throwing again on 2nd down. Osweiler. That's complete to Butler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's Eckler again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
They're really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He's back to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Go. Mike,
4th down. Here's Osweiler. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Osweiler to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Now McManus for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game, 31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? Well, the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And it'll be a fun time of the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Vikings.